First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. It's Week 18 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Cleveland Browns taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
First opened in 1999. There's a good look at First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from Cleveland. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. Leading him out is their quarterback, the former 12th overall pick. Some refer to him as the natural Deshaun Watson.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers. Because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So, I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
And they'll begin by running the option. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Kind of an odd schedule this year. These two teams getting their 2 games. Very late in the season. Their first meeting just a few weeks ago, back in Week 15, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Watson now to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Adafe Owe from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. This caught out left by Bell. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Take it at the 37. Able to slither by. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
Early part of his career, defenses really had to focus on his running ability, and they still do. But now, He's turned himself into a true dual-threat quarterback. When he plants his cleats in the ground and turns it loose, good things happen downfield.
A collegiate star here in the Buckeye State, it's J.K. Dobbins. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know it's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try and match his athleticism.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
Second down and goal. Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Devin Duvernay. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are on the board first here this afternoon. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here. Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now here's the option play. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. Well, you know, most quarterbacks, when you talk about their big playability, you talk about the arm, but this, an absolutely huge play with a leg.
And also with his mind, because he had to see this play develop in order to make the decision to keep it and run. And how about him looking up and seeing the seas part for him once he got past the line of scrimmage? My first thought, I think he can go all the way, and I'm trying not to take over your call of this play, partner.
Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal. Back to throw, Watson. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That's on the guard, Wyatt Teller. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
His throw caught at about the 5. Touchdown, Browns. Amari Cooper with career touchdown number 60. And the Browns are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Point after try forthcoming. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's Amari Cooper who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Jackson, he's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds pickup.
And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. So, CD, here we are. You look at how well this offense has played all year, 16-0. Now, in most years, they'd be at home right now enjoying time off for their perfect season, getting ready for the postseason. But this is the decade of the 2020, so that means 17 games are what's needed to get through a perfect season. Would a win here make them an all-timer for you?
It would. It absolutely would. And I realize we're not comparing apples to apples because of the length of regular seasons. But if you think back to the 1972 Dolphins, they were 14-0 in the regular season. 3 wins made them a Super Bowl champion, so they were 17-0 total. Imagine getting through 17 now and then continuing on and winning the Super Bowl. They're an all-timer team already for me.
11 more on that one and another first down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
They'll run with Carter. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
7-7, our score after 1. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Dancing to his left. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by John Johnson. And the Browns are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. And the defense, Charles, they bent a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them at the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
After the interception, here's Watson. Smith catches left side. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. They'll go with the option, coming right. And he is going to lose yardage here. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
Watson on 3rd down. Flush to his right. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
And he'll take it just outside the 40. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10.
And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
Out to his left.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Oh, yes, this is what the good ones do. He used his legs to buy a little bit more time rolling to his left, and at one point, he flipped the switch from passer to runner, and he got a pretty good gain out of it.
And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And while it didn't work very well on that play, defenders on 3rd and short know it's going to be a quick read. And really, the quarterback's just going to turn around and hand it off. So that way, you're able to diagnose the play and try and get to the point of attack. But when you're dealing with a fullback, it's hard to knock him backwards.
He's got it complete to Aguilar. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 23 here on the year.
And the Ravens have taken the lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10
at their own 24. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the 1st half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb.
And he's going to have a Browns 1st down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that 1st down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Watson. Escaping the pressure. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and it's picked up by the Ravens. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Tucker now for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return.
Taking it about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Cleveland offense making their way out.
first down, it's Watson. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Watson trying to get his guys moving. From the gun on 3rd, Watson flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, you got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
This is fielded at the 27. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense.
They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half. On 2nd and 12, Jackson throwing middle, and it's complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Play action. Now Jackson on the move to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
That'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go.
And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw again is Jackson.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to get it back here just past the 35. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Tucker now to add the point after. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And they'll run the option to start the drive.
And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. We'll begin with, let's call it a testy-est rivalry in the NFL today. Cincinnati playing host to Pittsburgh in the AFC North. And they are nearing halftime with the Steelers out in front. George Pickens, a touchdown reception. From there, we head down to the Sunshine State to check on the Jaguars at home in Jacksonville. And it's the visiting Minnesota Vikings who are out in front. Adam Thielen, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. And you can see there it's the visiting Colts who have the lead in that one. Jonathan Taylor with a touchdown run. In the game you're watching, we've seen a strong first half out of Lamar Jackson. His guys have a 3-touchdown lead as we're about ready to go into the second half. And to get you through it, we give it back to Brandon God.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Ravens heading out on offense as we look at the playoff picture in the AFC. What we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Here's a give to Dobbins running right to the 43, 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes us up to the 47. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's Huntley.
Eluding the pressure right.
And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down.
When you're a capable runner, oftentimes your quarterback coach, your offensive coordinator, they love to see you break the pocket and go ahead and take off. I think he could have gotten vertical and picked up something there. Instead, he pushed it downfield. Incomplete.
They're going to try and throw. Throwing left side, it's complete.
And he is going to have a Ravens first down as they find a way to convert on 4th and 10. Up the middle, it's Edwards. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
To throw, Huntley.
Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
On second down, a run with Carter.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
Huntley to throw.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Tucker's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line.
They'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner, because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
2nd down, here's an option right. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to make it 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here, as this is toward the sideline. And the Ravens taking the field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. Looking to throw. Huntley. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They go play action here on first down. Incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one good for 26 and a first down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Ravens look poised to reach 17-0 as they add on to their lead.
Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Browns set and ready to go on offense. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10
at their own 24. Watson. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline, because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Able to force him out of the pocket right, but still able to complete it. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Watson. They set up the screen to Chubb, and they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Here's 2nd and 9. of the gun. Watson to the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And he goes out of bounds and looks like right at the 50. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Running for it. Here's Chubb. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Nick Chubb stops short, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
And how about the can miss on his way to a solid gain of 7? At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock. And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Huntley's throw complete there to Bateman. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the 4th.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level